want some potential riders or lunch? You pick. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to House of the Dragon. We're now on season 2, episode 7, which is called The Red Sewing. Now, I have heard so many good things about this particular episode. People who got to see it at the pre-screening at SDCC said it was amazing and everyone's gonna love it. So I'm very much looking forward to it. I've managed to stay away from most spoilers. There's been a few little things I've seen, but nothing important. So I'm very excited to jump into this episode. The last episode is very interesting. It's called The Red Sewing as well, because red sewing, red wedding, interesting. Red's usually not a good thing in the Game of Thrones world. But anyway, last episode, we had House Black and House Green still kind of scrambling to figure out their footing in this war. Namely, with House Green, their issues were around the fact that Aemon's not listening to anybody and that there's revolutions happening in King's Landing. We see that Alicent and what's her name, Helena, barely got out of the Sept before they were attacked by a mob. And yeah, Aemon is just basically thinking that people should be respecting him more, and he wants his his grandfather to come back and be an advisor. And then on the black side of things, Daemon is still going crazy, nothing new there. But we see that Rhaenyra is really starting to feel the crunch of losing all these battles, losing all of her land leverage, and basically realizing she needs more dragon riders. She attempted to use one of her distant relatives. That did not go well, but we see that our boy Sea Smoke went out, or girl, I'm not sure what Sea Smoke is actually. But anyways, they decided to go get their own rider. Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. Rhaenyra went out to meet this new dragon rider, and hopefully this child of Mr. Valerian will be willing to join the winning team, because Team Black forever. So yeah, I'm ready to jump into this episode. Enough chit chat. Let's do that. Just before I do, though, a reminder that if you'd like to be in the know of when I drop episodes, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. That's the important part, so you are aware when I do the drop. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right now. Rhaenyra and some grays. We like it. Oh, why she look like she want to fight? Let's take this calmly, guys. We're friends. We're actually family. Kinda. Wow, okay. We get it, sis. She don't like Sea Smoke.
Before the Queen of the Seven Kingdoms!
You should be kneeling.
I had no design upon it! What do you want? To learn the ways of dragon riders.
Fair.
And to serve my queen.
Smart man. See, smart man!
Your Grace.
That's... I knew I liked you. Handsome, great skin, beautiful hair. Sea Smoke knew. He's like, look. He's like, look, I found one. He's like, I found my rider. It's okay. Don't bring me anymore. Oh, Sea Smoke ready to fight though. Sea Smoke like him.
This dragon came to me.
Yeah, very true.
Not I to him.
Yeah, Sea Smoke's like, I like this one.
I may appear lowborn,
What?
but I know much and more of service.
Tell me who daddy is.
And if the gods call me to greater things, who am I to refuse them?
He's right.
Stand.
Thank you. Sand is wet.
What is your parentage?
My mother was a shipwright.
Oh.
My father is
Say it.
no one of consequence.
Your ancestors. What is your name?
Adam of Hull.
Bastard. Sea Smoke, I don't give a damn. He's mine. That's what his name is.
I'm glad of it.
Experiment concluded. It's interesting, but I guess he doesn't want to make it seem like he's trying to use his dad.
I can try.
It's like, no worries, Sea Smoke knows the way. Just don't fall off. It's kind of fatal from that height.
And somehow none of it matters.
It's because you're not true to it, sis.
We are cast aside.
Yeah. Rhaenyra tried to tell you.
Nothing is clean here.
That's what you deserve. It's been rotting from the inside for a while.
Then your handmaidens.
No handmaidens. Just you.
Respectfully, madam, I'm 1,000 years old. What do you expect me to do if we get mobbed? 'Cause I'm running.
Rumor of a sighting of the dragon Sea Smoke. With the rider.
Damn it. Why does news fly so fast in this place?
Actually, I thought I might seek your advice, Lord Larys. Whispers being your province.
Oh, he said You a spy?
Perhaps you could deliver it
Why?
and find favor with Aemond yourself.
Why? You laughed at him.
He heard it from a stable hand.
Oh God, here we
Who
go.
heard it from his father, a fisherman,
Fisherman who heard it from.
whose shipmate claims he saw it.
That's a lot of lines. Let's pretend it's rumor, even though it's true.
Perhaps this is one of those whispers best left to the wind.
Yes, let's do that. Let's be quiet about it. Gives Rhaenyra some time to train this man. So that's why I didn't want to bring it, because he knew it wasn't 100% reliable. Because I was like, that makes no sense. He does not like Larys. Oh, let's see how Daddy reacts to seeing his sonny boy. The one that actually kind of wants to be in the family.
With respect to your workers, Lord Corlys, the lowborn cannot go around seizing dragons.
Shut up.
Her Grace has commanded that he remain here as
A guest, thank you. You think dragons just take anybody?
We know nothing about this man, save that he is lowborn. What say you, Lord Hand?
He's not Lorborn, though.
We will await the Queen's accounting
Yes.
before passing judgment.
Period. When you want to get slapped again. Hands ready.
Her Grace sends word she will not be attending.
What? Rhaenyra!
Seasmoke chose him. He surely has Targaryen blood in him.
He does.
We will find riders for Vermithor and Silverwind.
You trust this man?
What choice do I have?
Right? This
He has
point?
a dragon.
Yeah.
Without him, I can find others with a more direct line of breeding.
Why are you mocking me?
But you are better served looking under the sheets and in the wood piles.
Sorry. The bastards, you
I
say.
once worked in a pleasure
Go to the
house
bastards. There's
where
so many
the
Targaryen bastards.
There are 80 of their bastard progeny at least that are known to me. On Dragonstone, the misbegotten offspring of your house.
Yeah. Blood's still there even if you don't want to recognize it. The term bastard is even stupid.
You speak of the lowborn.
No,
They
just
are
not born to
like
you.
serve you as highborn lords or ladies, perhaps more.
Does it matter at this point?
Your royal half-brothers, Aegon and Aemond, whose blood is pure, who wage war against you.
Period. Please line it up for her.
Are they bound by honor?
Exactly. This highborn, lowborn is nothing more than it's a manufactured construct, sis.
Pride vows to serve you while your brothers seek to destroy you.
Thank you for laying it out, Miss Arya. We gotta fight different.
Why not embrace it?
That's how you win this war. Give them something they're not anticipating. And get the snobbery out of your system.
For 20 years, the lords of this realm levied insults at my sons behind my back.
And you know why.
Let us raise an army of bastards.
Hey, Battle of the Bastards, one of the biggest in God history. Or, I guess in your case, coming up.
My lord. My lord.
You can call me Daddy now.
How you have come up in the world.
Don't judge him.
Well done.
Aw. Corlys is not the man that you remember. It sucks that it took all of him losing basically all of his kids to get here, but his proper born kids. But you'd be surprised how life will change people. God, Daemon, I can't.
But the Crown congratulates you on your ascension to the head of your house and Lord Paramount in the Riverlands. Truly glorious. Well done.
His face.
You were quick enough to dismiss me before.
You're of no significance to me then.
Oh, well, he's being honest.
It does seem to me that you've made rather a mess here.
He's right. You had a big mess.
Priorities in the Queen's name.
Whose side are you on?
Just trying to figure it out, bro.
We recognize the authority of the named heir Queen Rhaenyra and your own as her king consort.
Consort!
I was told they would come to heel when House Tully declared its allegiance.
That was to his grandfather.
Oh, it is yet to be seen that they will heed my
Yeah.
authority as young as it is.
Right? He's like, I'm barely in puberty, sir.
And there is another problem.
They hate you.
They'll hate you.
You know, you did that. Little Tully's actually pretty sharp.
Come along, Lord Oscar.
Poor Lord Oscar. He didn't ask for this. But I'm saying he's actually pretty astute. He looks like he's got a good head on his shoulders despite being young. You could learn from him, Daemon. This is what sucks. Rhaenyra would have been so much better for this mission.
Let us put all the old unpleasantness behind us.
That's not that simple.
You have been summoned here to swear anew your fealty to him, and as his bannermen, answer his call.
And what would that call be?
In his wisdom, he has pledged his house and yours to me.
You need to open your mouth, Oscar.
When you will align with one who will desecrate the innocent to reach his aim.
Please show us you're a better speech person than Daemon.
And I have no love for Daemon Targaryen.
Keep it honest.
He has dishonored himself and the crown with his comportment here.
Oh, I like this kid.
My best course is to defer to the oath my grandsire swore to King Viserys.
Smart boy.
When he named Rhaenyra his heir.
Rhaenyra.
I see no reason to cast aside loyalty, no matter how loathsome I may find her represented.
Shots! No, you're a king consort. He didn't stutter. Stand up to him. This is how you're going to get the respect of your men.
Will you have our army or not?
Exactly. Swallow that pride, Daemon. I know it's a big lump. You can do it. Swallow it.
And the word of my house stands.
Perry.
Even if certain people are unworthy of it.
Woo! Another shot. You deserve it, Daemon. You were too much of an asshat. Breathe it through. Just breathe through it.
Don't allow my failings to keep you from supporting an upright man.
That's the right answer.
And now we unite before our liege lord and our king consort.
Consort!
And there is only one answer for the crimes you visited upon your neighbors.
If you want these people to be loyal.
I did only what his grace, the king, required.
Yeah, but it was wrong.
But you did not have to pursue such savagery.
Exactly. You still have to own for
You
that.
did it because you wanted to.
Period. Oh! He's smart.
Your grace command them. I've only served you.
I gotta stay out of Riverland's business. Sorry.
And to prove himself deserving of our banners, he must now rectify his grievous error, denounce your
Period.
crimes, and dispense justice.
Okay. Don't oh dear. Look, little Tully ain't wrong. He watched his grandfather his whole life. He knows what has to happen. And Daemon, second time he's acted without thinking. So
I've been faithful.
did he do it? I guess so. I mean, that guy didn't really deserve it. No, I shouldn't say that. He did a lot of things. Daemon definitely left room for a lot of error, much like he did with the whole son for a son. But it's true. Like the kid said, you did not have to do it, sir. You didn't have to go that hard. So anyway, Daemon is really the one who needs to suffer here as well. He is very heavily protected by his crown. How many times do you need to die?
Crush it, whoever wears it.
Hasn't had a good history, that's for sure.
Do you want it still?
Yeah, it's like, look what it did to me. Look how handsome I am now that I've worn it. Would you like this fate? Oh, he's moving. You know, I don't like Aegon, but I gotta give him his twos, you know? He's stronger than he looks.
You really oughtn't to be doing that alone, Grand Maester.
He asked for that, probably. Oh, wow. You looking like your daddy these days.
Not me.
That's true. I guess Larys is very experienced in how to walk with difficulty. It hurts. But that means you're still alive.
But I'm afraid you must.
Bro, can I breathe? I feel like as much as I don't like Larys, he's probably a good consultant for this type of therapy.
It will be long before he may rest again.
He's talking about overall. Like, he needs to get to the point where if his brother tries some stuff, he can at least try to fend for himself, is what he's trying to say without saying it. I feel so bad because, you know, that Maester don't want to be part of none of this. You know, my man has always got 9 toes out of 10 out the door. He don't want to be part of none of this royal BS.
The Queen has found a new rider for one of her dragons.
Did he tell him? I don't even think he had time to tell him.
I've heard tell of it.
It's your brother.
The rider is your brother. She now makes the call for others.
Care to ride a dragon?
We are no dragon lords.
Apparently you are.
If it is something in the blood.
Do you want to ride a dragon or not?
I am of Salton Sea.
Okay.
I yearn for nothing else.
If you say so. Yeah, it's like, sure. So we're just not going to tell Rhaenyra that that's okay. I feel like we could tell Rhaenyra that those are your bastards. I think she'd be over it. Especially her, considering she's got a few of her own, you know? Oh, Rhaena's leaving. Rhaena, claim the big wild dragon. I totally forgot to mention that in my last review. Like, I forgot about the fact that she knows about the giant wild dragon. Keep going. She don't want you to stay. Damn. She really said, get out. Eating my food. She gonna go call the dragon? No one's looking for her? Not a soul? Okay. I feel like she can do it. You know, she was a little scared that first time. I get it. But, you know, things have changed. She's older now. I think. Please don't burn up Rhaena, please. I hope she finds. That would be a really good find. That would be awesome for her, honestly. She really wants to do so much more than just be a glorified babysitter.
When does your grace mean to return to the city?
Right, he's like, I'm really not about this peasant life. I'm a king's guard for a reason. Oh.
Good night.
Damn. I know this actor. What is his name?
The lowborn claiming dragons.
Oh, get over it, Jace.
Was it her idea? Lady Mysaria.
You don't like her.
These people
Are what?
are courageous.
Thank you.
Mongrels.
Shall I tell you who your daddy is? I mean, technically he's highborn too, but...
If any may lay claim to it, what are we then?
The rightful rulers of the Seven Kingdoms.
Hmm.
What else would you
Right?
have
Like,
me
you were
do?
all for this last week.
I may take my rightful place on my father's throne.
And when you die?
Thanks. Jeez. I'm like not even 30, bro. What the...
Did you think I would have dark hair?
Ooh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
When you took Harwin Strong into your bed, did you think I might favour him, or did it not cross your mind? I'm no fool, Mother.
Aren't you? Then why are you being so...
Yet I may argue my legitimacy to succeed you because I have a dragon. And now you say you'll strip that from me too.
Honey, there won't even be anything for you to take if we all die.
I mislike all of this.
Then don't pursue it.
Too late.
But I cannot gainsay that which the gods have laid before me.
Yeah. See, Smoke picked that rider, bro. What do you want me to do? Go sleep on it, Jace. You're being a temperamental teenager. It's so interesting, his take. Like, I understand where he's coming from, but it's like, bro, you of all people know how painful it is to have people talk to you like that because of your parentage. Fish looks delicious. Delicious. I feel like her cloak is very, like, striking. Everyone's like in these bland browns and she's in this bright red cape. Like, who isn't gonna see her in that? I gotta say, Mysaria was a masterful stroke bringing her on. And Daemon would never have let his pride bring her in.
For Targaryen bastards. Post leave tonight. Hour of the bat.
Well, technically, that's what you are, bro.
A chance to stick it to Aemond.
And claim a dragon.
He's like, back to the dragon, the important part.
No, I can't.
You can't what?
I can't be sure it's all true.
All right. You said that you're actually like a bastard son, so... You know, sometimes peer pressure's a good thing. I don't know. Homie looks very uncomfortable. If you were lying, bro, you're gonna be flames. Just know that. But he looks like the kind that probably would make a swipe for the throne.
I don't want you to go.
Oh.
I have to, Kat.
Oh my god, is he actually...
But I did know my mother.
She Targaryen? Or a Targaryen bastard?
She worked
Mm-hmm.
in a pleasure house.
Mm.
And because rich men paid more to fuck a woman with silver hair.
She was the bastard. Got it.
I could not protect you. I could not keep our girl alive.
Oh, she went. I mean, I kind of saw that coming. Horrible as that is, I think she was suffering.
If I claimed a dragon, they'd make you a lady.
I don't think she cares about that right now.
I do not care to be a lady, Hugh. And neither do I want to be a widow.
I feel like he's got to do it, though. Because y'all just going to die slow in King's Landing at this point.
I have to do something.
I think that's how he's dealing with his grief over their daughter as well, which makes sense. We've been following him all season, so I feel like he's going to be successful. Damn, it's a lot of people. A lot of y'all going to be dragon food. FYI. Meanwhile, Alicent's just out on her what do we call this? Her sabbatical? Her inner journey? Must be nice to be able to run away from all your problems. See, now if she was a queen worth anything, she'd be trying to figure out ways to get food or something or resources to the people, even if her son's too stupid not to do it. But no, she's just gonna take a peaceful stroll through the woods. Must be nice to be rich. Aw, are you going away forever? Alright, just going for a little sensory deprivation. Fair.
Ziris aldriza exio istos aor. Sesir boni daor.
You don't know.
Uepo valirio sete non toligio keso vihot montasmo isi.
Thank you. I'm aware.
Il voletir vaquejot rakilos daor.
Alright, don't need you. Sea Smoke did it without y'all ho-humming weird cult asses. You're Queen of Dragons, girl. Let's go. Greetings. You all smell.
Each of you has left behind a life to answer this call. A life to which you might never return.
Lay it out the stakes. Clear.
This is our purpose. To end those hardships. For you. For your kin. For all the realm.
Aemond and Aegon could never.
Named Vermithor, is the largest in the world, after Vhagar, and perhaps the most fierce.
He deserves a woman! Probably not, though.
It's called the Bronze Fury.
Who wants to sign up? Come on! Let's go, guys! Form a line right here!
May the gods bless you.
Yeah, you're gonna need all the prayers. Y'all religious? Better start being so right now. Yoo-hoo! Vermy. Got some potential riders or lunch? You pick. Look at that. He came without all that weird cultish singing. Hold your ground. Hold your ground. Maybe you should just take Vermithor. Give somebody else yours. Great shot. He's ready. I think he's ready. Look at her face. She's like, that's right. Don't need those stupid weird chanting weirdos. Got this. Ah, the poster shot.
Who among you would be first?
Right? Not up, she said. If I could do it, you can do it. Fortune usually favors the bold, but I really can't guarantee that for you.
It must be the dragon who speaks.
Bye! Run away, everyone! Run away! Run away! Damn! Y'all gonna die one time. Don't get too close. Worse, some of you might just get singed. Y'all didn't even give them the words. Like, they don't know High Valyrian. You could have told them what to say. I guess it doesn't matter, though, because Adam didn't know. Really? Fear is not the right answer. I can tell you that right now. Go ahead, Budget Thor. You got this. Oh, that hand is shaking too much, bro. No. No. Look, Vermithor just had to belch a little bit. He's okay. Come on, Budget Thor. Oh, he said snack. Nom. Well, that didn't go quite as planned. Try again tomorrow. Oh, no, you're still there. Watch the hair. Watch the hair. Damn. Stop, drop, and roll. Vermithor's like, get these vermin out of here! Small folk screaming. Stop, drop, and roll! Well, that's a faster end, I guess. Come on, bro! You Targaryen or nah? There we go. That's the energy we need. That's the energy we need. Vermithor's kind of mean, you know? You gotta be a little bit of an ass. Okay, we get it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I haven't washed. No need to yell at me. There we go. That's the energy Vermithor was looking for. Yeah. He's like, I yell, you yell. No one ever gets the game. First with Adam, you know, I chase, you chase. Now he's like, I yell, you yell. Give him a little smack. He likes it. Not too hard, though. If he wanted to kill you, he would have burned you up already. Give him a little tap on the nose. No boop. Boop. Okay, plan's sort of kind of working. Oh yeah, this just here. There's another dragon though. I don't know. He's the weaseliest one. I don't know if I trust him. That is the classic. It's behind me, isn't it? Face. Oh, this one wants to play actually. This dragon's a dick. I love it. He's like, run, little human, run. Run. Entertain me. He's just waiting for sweet death. Silverwing, okay. Not dead yet. Silverwing thinks you're interesting for some reason. Too bad.
When he does, the High Tower host will be unstoppable.
Yeah, I'm not hearing them say dragon. And seeing you're in here, that means it's not your dragon? Y'all really not paying attention, huh? This is bold. Whoever's doing this is stupid, though. Oh, this idiot. Oh, he might go for Harsh Targaryen. I didn't even think about that. I mean, the dragon joyride is what most of us would do. Let's be real. But I thought it's a risk, right? Rhaenyra has no guarantees that if she gave these people dragons that they would serve her. They have every right to serve Daemon or anybody else, not Daemon, Aemond, if they want to. Okay, please come out arrogant. I dare you, please. Because there's more people in the party this time. Oh, now it's Flea? No, come on, badass, let's go. I love that. I love it. Rhaenyra's like, come here. I dare you, come to my island, see what happens. Three. See how big and bad Vhagar is now. Butch ass. That's right. Tell him off as he's running away. That's me. That's right. They said, and stay gone. I'm one of them people when they running away. That's right. That was satisfying. That ending was very satisfying. And I also like how it kind of gave a bit of reminiscent vibes of our girl Daenerys when she had her 3 dragons, you know, all kind of standing behind her, having her back. I love it. I love it, my girl taking her place as the Queen of Dragons. I even think he's something because he got the big bad dragon. You realize that's only one big bad dragon. And Vhagar, oh, there's other dragons. And Vhagar, he's only done one-on-one fights. What happens when it's 2, 3, 4? Yeah, no, you're gonna go down, and so are you, One Eye. Know that. Go run it away. Flee is the right answer. Flee. Rhaenyra said, that's right. Come here and see what happens. I love it. All of them. All the dragons was back talking. It was the Vhagar's back, but we ain't gonna take account of that. All right, well, that was a good episode, and I enjoyed it in the sense of we're finally seeing stuff turn around. First of all, also, I think that's the most dragons we've ever had in a single episode. Like, obviously in GOT, we didn't really get a ton of the dragon stuff until towards the end of the series because they were far more a part of the plot, and even then we didn't get a ton of them. Understandable though, right? They're the most expensive part of a show like this, the CGI, and also to make it look real and everything. It's quite a lot, but either way, it is so cool that we got this much of the dragons. But let's get into some of the things that we got into here. This was definitely a Team Black episode. I like that we got very little Team Green, and no Sir Horalot. Like, that is great. That was a blessing I didn't realize I needed as much as I did. So thank you. But yes, let's talk about, well, you know what? We might as well just touch on House Green since they were such a small part of it. So House Green, things are pretty much the same as they were. We see that Aegon is trying to get himself recovered. Larys is pushing him. That makes sense. Larys, as I said last episode, feels a certain kinship now with Aegon in the sense of he knows what it is to have to fight through a world that's not built for you and people kind of looking down on you, and just basically that you've got to just suck it up and move forward. Aegon has always had everything handed to him, and now he's got the first real struggle of his life. So Larys is really trying to guide him, as we see. It looks like he's the one who instructed the maester to get Aegon out of the bed to try to get him to learn how to walk and move again. Obviously, I can only imagine the excruciating pain that Aegon is in. Like I said, I'm not that mad. That is his comeuppance for all the stuff that he did. But still, I can understand that it hurts a lot. But either way, I really like that Larys has kind of been like you have to get stronger. Like, you have to push yourself. Like, it sucks, but The faster you get stronger, the better it is for you. And I like that expression he gave, because the maester's like, he's spent, he needs to rest. And he's like, my lord does not have that much time left to rest, right? Basically like Aemon is going to take this man out at some point and make it look like an accident if he can't defend himself. So yeah, so I get why they're doing it. And as I said, I respect Egan for the effort. Like, he definitely didn't seem like the kind of guy that'd be able to push through this level of pain and just utter struggle, but I'm glad that he's able to push through it. I mean, I guess it's a testament to the fact that he's not as weak as he seems, but to what end? That's the question, because he still is not someone I want on the throne, or even around for that matter, to be perfectly honest. But anyway, that was that. We didn't really see much of Aemon until the end there, which again, I'm grateful for. We saw Alicent went on a sabbatical. I don't know. She went on her vision quest. I don't know what the hell. She's decided she don't want to be in the palace no more. I'm like, okay, must be nice. People are starving. Streets are on fire. Your house is horrible. Your son is barely hanging on for life. And you're like, I feel like I need to take a little nature walk, go camping. Just one guard. Just go swimming in the lake, take in the air, birds, fresh air. Like, sis. Anyway, don't much care what that was all about. I don't know. But anyhow, so that was her. And as I said, we didn't see Aemon till the end. Outside of also, we saw that, I can't remember his name, Iron something. That guy was trying to get Larys to tell Aemon that there was a new dragon rider. But because he didn't have like the most firm source, he didn't want to take it himself. And I love that he was trying to sacrifice Larys. The Larys is like, nah, like, I'm not doing all that. I know Aemon's a kind of a jackass, so no. But anyways, I wonder whether or not Aemon's going to be ticked about that next episode, that no one told him that there was a potential of more dragon riders showing up on her side, on Rhaenyra's side. But anyways, interesting too that they were able to get that summons into the city with no one finding out, but I'm going to get to that in a second. So that was pretty much Team Green. As I said, not much, which made it a great episode for me. But going into Team Black, we'll talk about Daemon first, because for some reason we are still on this stupid thing with him and Ironhall, although we got a little progress there finally. Like, I feel like this is the first episode that we got progress with him being there. We see that he got the young River Lord Tully to come there and to gather all the Dragon Lords at long last. And last episode, they heavily alluded to the fact that Alis hastened the end of the late Lord Tully, but from the sounds of things, it was probably not a mercy. Let's face it, I think it was a bit of a euthanization situation, because yeah, from what they were describing, his final days were not great. But anyway, we see that young Mr. Tully is quite the man. I like him. He's spicy. He's spicy and he's smart. We like both that combination together. But yes, we see that Daemon was kind of trying to look down at him, strong arm him a little bit. And he said, look, I'm young, but I'm not dumb, right? Daemon really be like to look down on and just ignore people. Also, he's not in his right mind right now, so I'll give him a little pass on that. But I love that Mr. Young Tully said, listen, I may be barely pubescent. My voice may not have fully broken yet, but I've been all up under my grandfather my whole life. I learned how to be a lord. I know my things, I know my people, and I didn't forget that you basically insulted me last time I was here, and you made a mess of my Riverlands, right? You caused a bunch of stuff that probably did not need to happen. So I'm glad that he stood up for himself, that he's not scared of Daemon, despite the fact that he probably could not fight Daemon, or, beat Daemon in a fight, but he has balls, and I respect that, and I think Daemon actually respects it as well. And I'm glad that he has that, because I think when it came to bringing all the River Lords there, that if he didn't have that chutzpah and that ability to just stand in whatever he needed to say, I think that the River Lords would not have followed him. But yeah, and also I feel like if Daemon had been in charge of the speech, we saw how bad the speech was. Bro, you pissed everybody off. You saw what happened last time they were there. Try to finesse them, but we know that that's not Daemon's strong suit. This is why he needs a Rhaenyra in his life, right? Daemon is good with the doing. He's a doer. He's not a talker. You know what I'm saying? He's not the guy to smooth things over. So anyways, thankfully, young Lord Tully was able to speak their language and, speak respectfully. And I think really what really won them over when he's like, I don't like this asshat either. I don't like Daemon. I don't like him. I don't think he's worthy of being the king consort, but this is what we got. And let's be the kind of people that we say we're going to be. So thankfully, he was able to win them over with one exception. They wanted Daemon's little pawn to face justice for stirring up the unsavory activities that happened. And we know that, for Daemon, he did in fact recruit this man. He did in fact give him instructions. But as I said in the episode, much like with the son for a son thing, he didn't directly tell this man to do those evil things. But he didn't exactly say not to, right? He definitely left it wide enough with interpretation to let these things happen. And as we found from Alice even last episode, she's like, if you talked to me, I would have told you that was a bad idea. But anyways, unfortunately, that guy had to go, and it kind of was unfair. Like I say, it's a double-edged sword, because on the one hand, yes, he deserved to die for doing those things. Like all the things they described were absolutely atrocities that didn't need to be done. So for that reason, but he also was following orders to a degree, and he probably would never have done it unless Daemon had told him he would back him if he do it, right? So, you know, he kind of deserved to die, but so did Daemon if we're thinking about it. You know, really, as I said in the episode, that crown is protecting him heavy right now. But anyways, they said, hey, Tully, very smart, said, okay, you know what? You want these people to work with you. Show them that you're down for the cause. Take out your little mole here. Take out your little yes man who did the wrong things and prove to us that you're going to be, you know, the kind of man that we want to follow. So we see that Daemon didn't really want to do it, but you know, he's not in his right mind right now. Yeah, things are still unraveling for him heavy, but I'm glad, like, now that the Riverlands are like together, I'm hoping he will bloody well leave this place. But yeah, I have a feeling that's not going to happen. So anyways, that's what's happening at Harrenhal. And at least the Riverlands are secure. When and if that information is going to get back to Rhaenyra, we don't even know. Then we can get back to our good old-fashioned Dragonstone. So we see that Rhaenyra met up with Adam. I really liked that whole moment. The way it was shot was beautiful. And, you know, I love that she kind of came in, you know, a little bit strict. But Adam was like, look, I didn't ask for this. I was literally minding my business, doing my shipwright things. Sea Smoke, he rolled up on me, bro. He said, let's play tag. At first I was like, you're gonna eat me. And he was like, nah, fam, let's just hang out. And then like, I was on his back. That's how it happened, I swear. So anyway, you know, Rhaenyra was kind of like, okay, when she realized that it wasn't him trying to make the claim, that it was the other way around, she was like, you know what? You proved my theory, which is that if you are in the blood is there somewhere, it's enough to be a dragon rider. So cool, right? That's more important to me. And of course we saw that he bent knee very quickly, and she's like, you're quick to bend knee. Like, can I trust it? And bro was like, look, I just want to learn how to do this. I think that you're the true queen. I've been in House Velaryon. Like, you know, he's basically let her know I know what's up. And so I like that. And I think also, you know, I thought it was very interesting in the episode that she asked what your parentage was obviously she needs to know, because she wants to know if there's, not Velaryon, she wants to know if there's Targaryen, but I guess Velaryon by extension as well. But we see that he did not name his father, and I'm assuming that it's this big secret, I guess. I mean, obviously we know that Rhaenys knew who they were, but it sounds like outside of that, nobody knows that these are Corlys's kids. And I just feel like at this point, there's no point to hide it anymore. You know, like, I shouldn't say that. Considering what happened in the Royal Hall when she brought Adam back and everyone being like, ew, they're lowborn. I guess I kind of get it. But at this point, you know what I mean? Like, the man's lost all of his legitimate children. So, you know, if he wants his line to live on, these other two boys are his best chance of doing that, short of remarrying and trying to pop out some kids in his elderly years, which I don't think he really wants to do. But anyway, he just might. But I think he really loved Rhaenys, so I don't see that happening. But coming back. So yeah, that happened. She brought Adam back, and we see, as I just touched on, the council is not happy about it because he's lowborn. And even though technically he's not, I mean, I guess his mom technically, but yeah, like his dad is a High Valyrian, you know, person. Like he was one of the top families. So he really isn't lowborn. But anyway, we see that their snobbery is coming through in full force. And I love that Corlys is like, look, we're going to let the queen come and explain herself. We ain't got time for all this. Like, shut up. We got a dragon. Like, what more do you want? Right? We don't have time for all this, which is what the council is forgetting. But unsurprising, as we saw last season in Game of Thrones, titles and names and all that stuff is a big deal in this world, even when it shouldn't be. So anyway, we see there's a cute moment there between Corlys and Adam where, you know, Adam is like, sir, you know, he's like, you know, your majesty, what did he say? He gave him his official title anyways. And I love how Corlys is like, really? And then he's like, can I like leave my shipwright duties? And like, of course, Corlys is like, the queen has summoned you. Like, I can't keep you as a shipwright if I wanted to anyway. But I do like that there's that little moment where Corlys kind of says, well done, right? Because obviously he's not close. We know that from the last episode. Adam said that Corlys has never really paid him much mind. So yeah, it was kind of awkward, but it's a step, like the fact that he complimented him. And we see that last episode too, that his brother was saying to Adam, like, our father's never going to acknowledge you. You're never going to like get anything, but it looks like that's exactly what might happen. And so anyways, as we saw later on, the older brother, when Corlys goes and sends him on the boat mission, he basically lets him know, hey, your brother's a dragon rider now. And you see there's clear shock on his face. And then we see that, Corlys is like, I think you should try too. And he's like, nah, I'm about the ships. I'm not about it. But again, I don't know how much of that is actually because he really is scared to try it out or because he still does not want to have any association with his father. It's really hard to say, but it's just interesting to see how different Adam and his brother are when it comes to this whole idea of having meaning through family, I guess. Like his older brother is so like anti-Valyrian and understandably so, whereas Adam is like, I'm really not like fussed with all that. Like I just want to find my place and do cool things. And if my dad accepts me, great. If he doesn't, then I got a dragon, right? So I feel like Adam's got the right attitude personally. I really like his character so far. The actor as well, if you're unaware, he's on Twitter and he is super active. People should definitely check it out. I don't know about his Instagram. It's probably the same, but he's posting so much good BTS stuff. So if you're into behind the scenes stuff, definitely follow him. I can't remember what his name is now, but anyhow, look him up. But coming back. So yeah, that was an interesting moment, but I do wonder if we're going to see the older brother potentially try to get more into it. Like maybe Adam will convince him to be a little bit more open to the family going forward, but we'll have to see. There's definitely something there between him and Corlys, I think, that needs to be resolved in some way, because Corlys does need to pass on his house to someone. And at this point, we saw that he still has not picked an heir, right? He wanted it to be Baela. Baela's like, nope, I'm a Targaryen. She's like, I'm for blood and fire. You need to find somebody who wants to be on the water. It's not me. He said no to Rhaena, but I also think that Rhaena has no desire to be that. We're going to get to her in a minute. So yeah, outside of that, it's either claiming the baby. Rhaenyra is not her real baby, the baby from her first set of kids. He can claim him because that's the other grandson of his, or he just has to look in his actual other bloodline. So anyway, and I think in those times, he could legitimize his sons if he wants to. And if one of them's a dragon rider, it's probably going to be Adam. But anyway, that's the whole Valyrian situation. And then we see that poor Rhaenyra and Jace have a little run-in. They butt some heads again. And as I said in the episode, I was a little bit curious as to why he was so bothered by this when he was the one who said, let's look in our bloodline. But now I get it because, yeah, he's no fool. He figured out way back in last season, we saw that he figured out that what Aemond was saying, rude and hurtful as it was the truth. And he knows, right? He's figured out that Harlan Strong was his biological dad, all their biological dads, but he's just decided to go with it because obviously there's no benefit to him claiming that parentage in any way or for his mom. But anyways, we see that he's worried because he's like, look, I know what I am. Like my hair betrays me. All of our hair betrays us. Not one of us is a silver-haired kid when our supposed father had silver hair. And we already know half the people around here think or believe that we are not trueborn children. So he's like, the one thing I had was that I was able to claim a dragon. Like that showed my Targaryen blood. But he's like, now he's like, if you take that and say anybody, whether they're lowborn, mixed, what did he call mongrel? I don't like that term, but let's face it, that's what they would call him. He's like, if you're letting them claim dragons, then what makes me special? Like, am I no better than what all these people who've been mocking me and talking behind my back for years have said, right? So I understand that it would have been very hurtful for him. We saw it was hurtful for his brother Luke as well to hear all those hurtful things people would say. And yeah, like I understand that. And like he said, he's like, me being a Targaryen was like my solid claim to being your heir. But now if you're bringing in people who are mixed blood, he's like, what does that leave me? Like I have no solid claim anymore. By opening this door, anyone can challenge the throne and say that they're Targaryen blood because they claimed a dragon, right? So I get where he's coming from on a couple of fronts there. So I was like, okay, I get it. Like, I feel like you shouldn't be taking it out on the poor people of mixed blood. They didn't ask for that any more than he did, but I get it. I get where he's coming from. But I understand where Rhaenyra's like, look, Sea Smoke claimed Adam. Like, I didn't even want that. That's just the way it turned out. But it opened a door for us. Like, we need riders sooner than later. We can't go through all the highborn houses and hope that some of them will come, because that's the thing too. Poor Jace wasn't thinking about the fact that a lot of highborn people are not going to want to risk their lives, right? We saw the one guy who got flame broiled last episode. They're not going to want to do that and risk, their cushy royal lives to possibly be on a dragon. So anyways, I mean, I'm hoping Jace will get over it soon enough. Most of these people at the moment, they just really want a chance at life to not be downtrodden by the horribleness that is the Greens right now. So they're not really looking at power grabs as it stands. But he is bringing up a very valid point, Jace, that any one of these guys now, because all 3 men, I was like, damn it, not one girl. I'd love at least one more female rider. But anyways, we have got 3 more men now. So it's like, you know, we know how it is. It's a misogynistic world. And I could see with 3 more dragon riders, they could very much want to try to take this throne. They outnumber the royals at the moment. Like, if they do take down Aemond, that means there's only going to be Darren, who's going to be still Team Green. And then you've only got potentially Daemon. And, oh no, that's 3 and 3. Never mind. Oh no, 4 and 3. Sorry, I forgot Baela. So no, they've got 1 extra dragon. They have 1 more dragon than the newbies. But even then, the newbies got Vermithor. So anyways, point is, Jace brought up a very valid point that this is a risky business, but at this point, Rhaenyra is really out of options. And that's when she asked him, she's like, give me a better idea and I'll take it. And of course, he couldn't come up with anything. So hopefully he'll get over it, as I said. And I'm hoping that these people do not push and challenge too much. I think the way that Rhaenyra has reached out to them, the fact that she was on their level talking to them. She didn't sit in some pulpit. She didn't have them down there, her over there. She was walking amongst them. She told her guards to step back. Like, she very much made herself personable and just a human like them. And I think that that really is going to affect those guys in a way that, like I said in the episode, Aegon and Aemond never could. Like, they would never walk amongst the people like that. They think they're better than them, right? They look down at them like they're lesser. Whereas Rhaenyra has never felt like she was better than the people. Like, was she ignorant about the people last season? For sure. But she never thought she was better than them. And so anyway, I really like that she did that. And I do think that these riders are going to feel a sense of loyalty to her and the fact that she doesn't have that arrogance. So I'm hoping that's the case. But anyway, that happened. And we also had a little bit of Rhaena. She's leaving the Eyrie. She's leaving the Eyrie now. I'm thinking Eyrie and Aaron at the same time. It's Lady Aaron at the Eyrie. But yeah, she's leaving, but she's been perturbed, as we saw for the last couple episodes, when she realized there's this big unclaimed dragon. And we know they haven't really been focusing a lot on it this season, but they've definitely been showing us the little breadcrumbs of Rhaena not being okay with the fact that she never claimed a dragon and feeling left out and feeling like if she had a dragon, she'd have a more poignant role in all this war and be close to her family, right? Because everyone in her family now is involved in this war with dragons and she's the only one who's not, other than the babies, right? So she really wants to feel like she's needed and necessary. So it looks like she's gonna see who this big wild dragon is. And if she can claim a big wild dragon who might potentially be bigger than Vhagar, I would love that for her. I would love that. We need another girl too. Like, Baela can't be the only one other than Rhaenyra. We need another girl dragon rider. So I'm hoping that it goes well for her and she does not end up being dragon food. But yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. I'm looking forward to that. I think we have 1 more episode. So I'm hoping in that episode, we see my girl Rhaena actually take her dragon and get her revenge on Aemond after all these years. But anyway, so yeah, that was what happened there. Interesting. We'll see if that happens. And if that's the case, I do wonder what's going to happen with the babies, because she's supposed to be taking care of the babies. Who's going to take care of the babies? They're supposed to head to Pentos. But anyhow, she might get to stay though, right? Because I think that Lady Aaron would want her to stay and protect the Eyrie and let the kids stay there if that's the case, rather than sending them across the Narrow Sea. So anyhow, that was all that. And then finally, we had the Dragon Rider experience, right? We see, like I already talked about Adam. We see that there was the guy that we've been following since the beginning of the season, the Smith, who had the sick daughter. We see that things got really bad for him. Sad to hear his daughter didn't make it. But as I said in the episode, I think it was pretty clear she was probably not going to make a recovery. But yeah, he's at his wit's end, right? He's like, we've lost our daughter. We have no food. I have no work. Things are getting bad. People are rioting. Like, this is, I feel like, my last chance. This is my calling, right? Like, and we got to hear his backstory. Turns out he is a grandchild of the late king. So not Viserys, but Viserys' dad. So he's like, yeah, I think I might have a shot here. If I can claim a dragon, like, I'll have position. I'll be knighted. I'll be able to get money. I'll have means. I'll be able to get a keep. Like, you get the point. Like, he's like, the possibilities are endless for us to never be in this helpless position ever again. His wife is against it, understandably, because she's just worried about the danger of it. But he was like, I gotta do it. Like, I get it. Like, he feels like he's lost everything and he's definitely grieving. And as I said in the episode, this is probably his way of dealing with his grief. Anyway, he went, and then we also saw the guy from a couple episodes ago who says that he is the child of the bastard child of Viserys's dad. So again, these are cousins. Basically, Budget Thor and the other guy are cousins from the sounds of things. So anyways, interesting backstories, but I love that Mysaria even told that to Rhaenyra. She's like, there are royal bastards running all over this continent, like particularly in King's Landing. There's a lot of children out there. Robert had how many kids running around King's Landing because he frequented the pleasure houses, as they call it. And the same thing here, we saw last season that Aegon has at least 4 or 5 kids running around King's Landing that are not with his wife. So yeah, she's like, if you want Targaryens that have not been claimed, they're ripe in King's Landing. And she's like, even out here in Dragonstone, there's probably even more. So set your sights lower. No time to be snobby here. So anyway, so those two went to the dragon pit, and we see that Rhaenyra, like her little cult people were like, we're not doing this. It's supposed to be only for the snobs. We're only work with the royals. And she was like, fine, go. But she was able to handle it. She said she brought Vermithor there and said, you better sit down and recognize I'm a queen. And Vermithor said, all right. And then she said, look, I ain't got nothing else to say. Y'all go out there. Good luck. You're either going to get burned or you're going to survive. I don't know. I'm going up to the top. So I really love that. And we see what happened. We see that Budget Thor claimed Vermithor. Makes sense. And hopefully, as I said, that will go well. But I feel like they match each other's energy. And then we saw that the other one, I don't know what they called him. They called him, whatever they called him at the pub. I can't remember. But the other guy, his cousin, claimed Silverwing. Yes. So now we got Vermithor, Silverwing, and Sea Smoke. All have riders. So that's 3 dragons that she's now gotten to her side. And I believe she said there's one more. I can't remember though. No, she said 3. It's 3. 3 that are grown. So all the grown dragons are now claimed, but obviously as we see, their riders are still very much learning the ins and outs, and they're going to need to be taught. It's going to have to be Rhaenyra and possibly Jace who do the teaching, because we saw the cult people don't want to teach them. So it is what it is though. I think that Rhaenyra and Jace and Baela, actually between the 3 of them, they could definitely train up these people well enough for the war anyways, or to get things in line. Hopefully they'll all survive. And as I said, hopefully they'll all want to stay loyal to Rhaenyra and not be tempted by Aemond in any way. And then, as I said, if my girl Rhaena is able to claim the wild dragon, that will be 4 dragons. So that will have, how many is that? That's 4 dragons plus Rhaenyra's plus Jace, Baela, Daemon survives. So that's 8 dragons. That's 8 dragons to 2 of the greens, right? Aemon's and Darren's, who just took to wing. So that means he's still probably young and small, possibly. So either way, we win in the dragons. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the greens take this now, because like I said, Alicent's checked out, Otto's still at large. Darren, we're gonna have to see what kind of a kid he is, because apparently he's nothing like his brothers, even though he's gonna be showing up. But who knows? Maybe that's not true. And yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. And Aegon is still trying to creep his way back onto the throne. So Aemon's got a lot on his plate, which brings me great joy. And as I said, Sir Horalot was nowhere to be seen this episode, so who knows what he's up to. But finally, guys, things look like they might be turning in the favor of the Blacks. If they can use these new dragons to get back even a little bit of their ground, that is going to be a huge advantage to them and really start to incite a lot more strength. And hopefully these people who are taken forcibly by Criston Cole, they'll have a lot of motivation to rejoin, especially if they know they got a dragon back in them going forward. I think they'll be much more inclined to stand up with Rhaenyra and want their revenge, if anything else. So things are looking up. I enjoyed it a lot. It was a good episode. So yeah, I like it. Love that there was lots of dragons. Love that we have new dragon riders. I kind of like the idea of these very unlikely dragon riders, the fact that they are lowborn, and as we saw that one guy who was literally whooping and having a great old time on there, like I kind of like that, because we don't get to see a lot of the fun side of the dragon thing, right? I think the way that the Valerians have always done it, it's been very strict and very sacred and very rigid, whereas we're gonna have some real kamikaze on the fly training, which I think could be a lot of fun if we get to delve into it. We only have 1 episode left though, so I don't think we're gonna get into it too much, but it is fun. I do like it. So yeah, good episode. I enjoyed it a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please show some love, and I'll see you in the next one.